What's going on, everybody? Good evening. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm excited to be here tonight. A lot of football. Do you guys know that we're going to have football every single day until Tuesday? I love it. I love it. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight, man? I'm waiting for some people to get in here. If you are in here, if you're in the chat, please say what's up. Uh-oh. Oh, no internet. Oh, my goodness. This thing has been killing me all day. Me and hear me. Okay. All right, cool. What's going on, everybody? My name is Keith Gibson. I am the host of SPOMOTICS. That is SPOMOTICS. That's SPOMOTICS. That is sports, movies, and a little bit of politics. All right. What's going on? We're going to have a good show tonight. A lot of upsets tonight, man. I don't know what's going on, but there have been a lot of upsets. All right. We're going to talk about that. I don't know what's going on with Arizona. Arizona had a chance to, just take over, and they lose to the Lions. So we're going to talk about that too. Daggone Giants. Do I want to talk about them? I really don't want to talk about them, but, I know I had to talk about them because they play football. Well, I think they play football, so we'll talk about them too. We're going to talk about this Jake Paul. Talk about Jake Paul and how he became so popular and what he's doing with boxing right now. It's crazy. They got Jake Paul looking like he is Mike Tyson now, man. So I don't know what's going on with that. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about my NBA. The NBA, my top five. All right, going to talk about my top five in the NBA. Let me say this first. I know it feels so good to have a quarterback that can play quarterback. I mean, what up, Keon? What up, son? What's going on? It must feel I wish that my team, the Giants, had a quarterback that people could just fear. You know what I'm saying? I would love that. Just looking at Aaron Rodgers, how he's so smooth with it. He doesn't, it's like there's no pressure with Aaron Rodgers. He knows what he has to do, and it's not a struggle. Of course, Tom Terrific. Tom Terrific is the same way. Tom Brady. I mean, just smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? No pressure, no nothing. Just a great quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, another one. Just a great quarterback. Knows what he needs to do. He does it so smoothly. And then my Giants, it's like, I don't know what sport Mike Glennon is playing. I mean, I kept watching the Dallas game. And look, the defense played great against the Cowboys. They played great against the Cowboys. I will not lie. They played a great game against the Cowboys. Cowboys only scored one touchdown. They only scored one. If we had an offense, we could have challenged them, But man, Mike Glennon looked like he was lost in space somewhere. And he doesn't even throw the ball down the field. He'll just throw it he's like check down. He'll just check it. What do they practice at practice? Who knows? I don't know. And I'm wearing all black. I'm wearing all black today because that took the Giants out of playoff contention. All right. I know that's funny. Don't laugh, but I'm sure that eliminated them out of the playoffs. Oh, Keon, me too. Like, don't get me started with that, man. All right, so look, I want to talk about this Jake Paul. I keep hearing about Jake Paul, and he's some internet guy who's boxing now. He is knocking people out, and I don't know what's going on with that. Now, I get it. He's fighting against these not no names. They have a name. They know how to box. But they're UFC. They're old UFC fighters. All right? And he's boxing against them. All right? Thank you, babe. I appreciate it. So he's boxing against them. So Tyron Woodley, all right? He fought Tyron Woodley last night, okay? And it was a competitive fight until it wasn't. Jake Paul knocked him out. Knocked him out cold. All right? Knocked him out cold. And it was a nice punch, too. Woodley had his hands up and everything, but he had his hands up like it's UFC and not boxing. You know? It's just like he just had it. He wasn't protecting his face. He just had him up like he was going to kick or do. I don't know what he was thinking. Next thing you know, Jake Paul caught him. I really want somebody to knock Jake Paul out, man. He's getting a little bit too comfortable for my liking, man. But I won't hate on him. He's doing his thing. He's getting his money. He's also trying to help the ladies out and try and get them into their own main events and stuff, which is cool. So I do love that. So I can't hate on that. So I love that. But yeah, I don't know what I just did to my screen, but I've never seen it like this before. Hold on. Let me see if I can switch this thing out. All right, cool. There we go. So I don't know what's going on with Jake Paul. I know that he is punishing people. I know that he knocked out my homeboy, Nate Robinson, and that's what started the whole thing, man. So I don't know what's going on with him, but somebody need to finish him off, man. He need to fight somebody that know how to box, all right? I know he's fighting these UFC fighters and everything. They think they know how to fight, but they know how to fight. They don't know how to box. It's a difference. They be kicking. There ain't no kicking in boxing, man. So I don't know. What up, brother? What's going on, bro? Oh, yeah. Welcome. Good to see y'all back, man. So, yeah. So, that's that. I know, Keon. I know he's scared, but that's what he's trying to gain this momentum because every time he wins, he gains momentum. So, I get that. But one day he's going to have to fight somebody who know how to fight, who know how to box. And we're going to check that out. We're going to see it, but I'm not going to talk about Jake Paul too much because, it's just – I just want to see what everybody else – has anybody seen Jake Paul fight before? Has anybody seen him fight before? Because, they had – and then on the card yesterday, they had Deron Williams and Frank Gore. I'm like, oh, my goodness. Now, I know basketball players can't fight. But Frank Gore got his butt beat yesterday by Williams, man. Now I know that he pushed him and then he snuck him with a right hook. So, I don't want to see NFL players fight. I don't want to see it, man. I really don't. But I get it. It's an exhibition. They're trying to get paid too. I just wish that the heavyweight division can come back because, these heavyweights, they're not that great. All right. Oh, he pushed him and he mushed him. Oh, yeah. And mushed him hard, too. Mushed him into the ropes. I was like, damn, okay. But, yeah, Jake Paul, that punch, though, knocked him slam out. Woodley went down just hit his head on the canvas and everything. I felt bad for him. Man. But he needs to run that in. He needs to run that in. Wow, Baltimore is coming back. But you know what? When you got a bad quarterback on your team, a bad man like Aaron Rodgers, you don't even worry about this. If this was the Giants playing, I would be worried. I'd be like, oh my goodness, they're coming back. Just watch how Aaron Rodgers performs with 4 minutes left. Like, he acts like he knows what he's doing. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, and he acts like he knows what he's doing. These other quarterbacks, just look at them. They panic. And it's not like they're rookies. They've been playing quarterback for 5 or 6 years in the league. Oh, my goodness. I just want one great quarterback. One great quarterback for the Giants. I mean, I remember Eli, but Eli was like hit and miss, man. Like, one day Eli will give you 400 yards and 5 touchdowns or whatever, and the next thing he's going to throw 5 interceptions. So hopefully with the Giants in this draft, hopefully they get somebody. But I'm not going to talk about my Giants all night because I'm done with them. I'm done with them. Talk about these NFL scores. These NFL scores, I want to get to one score, okay? One game that I want to talk about, and I'm so disappointed in. Thank you, Keon. You took it before I even said anything. How can the Cardinals lose to the Lions? Like, I'm so confused about that. Even on your off day, you're supposed to beat the Lions. Even on your off day, you're supposed to beat the Lions. I mean, are you kidding me right now? Like, you can't lose to the Lions and try and get playoff position. Like, you can't do it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm lost. I don't know if these teams want to play I don't know if they want to go to the Super Bowl. I don't know what their intentions are. You can't lose that game. Like, there's no way you should lose that game. Hold on. Let me check something. Hold on real quick. Let me look at something. One moment. I can't even get to my All right. Sorry about that. I had to take a commercial break, man. I don't know what was going on with my internet. Something going wrong with it, though. But yeah, so I don't know. No, and there's no excuse, Keon. No excuse. You don't need Hopkins for this game. Like, you don't need Hopkins for this game. I promise you don't need Hopkins for this game. And it's sad. They had a chance at the number 1 seed. They had a chance at the number 1 seed. And they blew it. And who knows? I think, I know the Cowboys won't get it, but let me tell you something. If Tom Terrific gets that number 1 seed, they're going back to the Super Bowl. I promise you that. If Tom Terrific gets that number 1 seed, they're going to the Super Bowl. Because let me tell you about the number 1 seed and how everything has changed now since the new playoff has come. So with the playoffs now, there's 7 teams that go, okay? Only 1 team gets the bye. Remember, before it used to be the first 2 teams. They get the bye. Only 1 team gets that bye now. All they have to do is win 1 game to get to the NFC Championship or to their championship game. That's it. If Tom Terrific wins this game and has to play the lowest seed and then goes to the championship game, they're going to the Super Bowl. Just remember I said that, okay? Look, Tom Terrific plays tonight. Tom Terrific plays tonight. And I know everybody's saying, the Saints got their number. The Saints got their number. Oh, the Saints going to beat them. Oh, he lost 3 out of 4 to the Saints. Let me tell y'all something right now about Tom Terrific. All right? I guarantee he won't lose this game tonight. You know why he's not going to lose this game tonight? Because that number 1 seed is on the line, okay? The number 1 seed is on the line. Now, Green Bay is going to win this game. Tampa plays tonight. Arizona just wet the bed. I don't know what they were doing. Oh, look at the kick. That's a bad punt. That's a bad punt. Oh, Ravens still in this thing. But I bet you Aaron Rodgers, look, the defense better come through. The defense better come through. But look, Tom Terrific, if they win, I'm going to say it one more time. If they win, if they get that number 1 seed, they are going to the Super Bowl. Because Tom Terrific is going to be the MVP. He's playing for the Saints. Yeah, I mean, he's playing for the Saints and everything, but that defense is going to go after him, Alvin Kamara, because they don't trust Jason Hill at quarterback for the Saints. They don't trust Hill. They're going to go after Hill tonight. They're going to make Hill win this game. Oh, good run, Huntley. The good run, Huntley, looking like Lamar Jr. out there. Hey, look. It's good that Alvin is back, but let me tell you something. That defense thinks that they got Tom Brady. Tom Brady will win this game tonight. I get it. Oh, Alvin is that dude. Alvin is that dude. He really is. But that Tampa Bay defense, I mean, look, Alvin will get his. He'll get his, all right? Either with the short pass, with the screens, or the short passes, or just the runs. He'll get his, all right? But I'm telling you right now, they're coming after Jason Hill tonight, all right? Hey, yeah, if he plays or not. But this is my thing. These quarterbacks don't have that mindset. Like, I don't understand how you lose to Detroit when you have everything on the line. Like, you cannot lose these games. Let me tell you who's in the running for the number 1 spot in the NFC. You got Tom Terrific. You got Tampa Bay, all right? Tampa Bay. You got Green Bay. Arizona. Dallas Cowboys. All right? One of these 4 teams is going to get, and the Rams. And the Rams. Because now the Rams finally know how to play defense now. But like I said, I knew the Rams defense was going to be good, but they had to play with each other. They got to get that chemistry going. But I promise you, that Rams team is going to be a hard out. They're going to be a hard out, man. And I think that's the only team. That's the only team that can give Tom Terrific some trouble. I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. I'm sorry, but after last year, and I saw that, he could have ran that ball in last year. He could have ran the ball in, and we wouldn't even be talking about Tom Terrific and Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. All right? But I don't see Green Bay beating Tampa Bay. I mean, it'll be close. Like, don't get me wrong, it'll be close, but I don't see it. But the strongest team that will give Tom Terrific some problems, and will be that Rams team. I promise you that. I promise you that. Because that Rams team on defense and Darnold, and oh my goodness. Look, I know they look bad a couple games and your boy was throwing interceptions and everything like that. This is a good team. That Rams team is a good team, especially on defense. And that's the closest team. That's the only team that I know that'll give Tom Terrific some problems. Rodgers is great, but his record is 1-4 in the NFC Championship. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what it all comes down to. And it's sad. It's sad that it comes down to that. But Keon, you're absolutely right. He is great. But when it matters, I don't know. He's not like Tom Terrific. He's not like Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry, he's not. That's another team you got to look at. Oh, you got to look at Patrick Mahomes. Are they back? Shoot, they never left. The boys never left. They were just, they were going through the motions a little bit. They was feeling themselves. But you got to understand, teams were playing them differently. Teams didn't want them to get the deep ball all the time. No, they were playing them deep. And then they were playing everybody in. So now Patrick Mahomes got to play with, he got to make plays with what he has. But at the beginning, he really didn't understand it because he was forcing it. He wasn't giving, that's a good throw. Oh, that's a good throw. Let me tell I'm sorry. I know I was talking about Kansas City. Let me tell you about this game right here, though. If they do score a touchdown, they better leave the clock with at least 3 seconds left. They have to score with at least 3 seconds left because I promise you Aaron Rodgers is going to get them in field goal position. I've seen this movie before. I've seen it before. All right? But back to Baby Goat. Back to Patrick Mahomes. Did anybody see Kelsey? Did anybody see Kelsey and Hill on Thursday Night Football? I mean, and they played against a good team. Like the Chargers are a good team. The Chargers, I know everybody's saying, they should have kicked the field goal, blah, blah, blah. They would have won. Yeah, you say that now. Like I was hearing everybody say, you should have kicked the field goal. That's 9 points. They would have won by 1. Yeah, we get that. But you're playing against Patrick Mahomes and them boys, all right? You have to score points. You have to score touchdowns, not just points, but touchdowns. No, Kelsey. Oh, you mean Chelsea? No, Kelsey. Kelce. Because that boy can go, and he had a great game. Kelsey. But look, that's a scary team right there, all right? That is a scary team. Nobody wants to see Kansas City. I mean, and in the AFC, it's crazy. The Patriots were number 1. They lost yesterday. They lost to the Colts. Colts are a good team. Colts going to be a hard out because they got that running game. You have to run the game. You have to run the ball in the playoffs. It's true. Do you know why? You know why you have to run the ball? Because some of these spots that you have to go to, you're not going to be able to throw the ball because of the weather. All right? All the time. Oh, look at that. They should go for 2. Look at Baltimore. I knew this was going to be a good game. They should go for 2. I think they're going to go for 2. Oh, they're going for 2. I love this coach. And now if they don't get it, they don't get it. But you gotta go for 2. You don't gotta go. You don't have to go for 2. You don't have to go for 2. Well, why not? You're at the 2-yard line. Why not? Why not go for the win? I love this call. Now, I think it's going to be a throw. I think he's throwing it, or they're going to throw him offside. What are they going to do? They're not going to do a play. They want to see. I get it. They want to see how the defense was going to set up. But man, I would have loved to see them go for 2. So I'm sorry. This game gets me excited, man. I love this game. All right. I love football. Don't get me wrong. All right. I love it. All right. So back to what I was saying. Oh yeah, Jonathan Taylor is very underrated, and everybody slept on him this year. But I know he's leading the league in rushing. Oh, that's a good team right there. And if Wentz can just not turn the ball over, he just needs to be a game manager right now at this point. Run the ball. I was saying this yesterday. The Patriots kept coming back. Do you know why the Patriots kept coming back? Because they stopped running the ball. You have to keep running the ball if you're the Colts. You're not one of those quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers or anything like that you can just throw the ball down the field. You're not one of those Colts. Oh, they're going for it. I'm sorry. They're going for it. I would love to see the Ravens get this. And look how they spread it out. It's going to be a pass. Now look at the tight end. Look at the tight end, and you're going to give him the option to run. You're going to give him the option to run. He had him. He had him in the backfield. He had him in the back if he would have just looked at that crossing pattern. Oh, they were looking for Andrews. I told you, they were looking for the tight end, looking for Andrews, which was a hell of a play. Which was a hell of a play call. And I won't leave the tight end. Andrew's been killing this boy all day. But instead of that, Andrew should have did a slant. Because the slant was open. But he needs to they needed a play where he can use his legs also. Because it's just 2 yards. And everybody knows that in the red zone, right there in that 5-yard, it's hard. It's hard to score right there. Because you don't have, look, you can only go 5 yards and that's it. Well, you can only go 2 yards and that's it. So it's hard. But I would have went for it too. Because then you guys see Aaron Rodgers. And another reason why they went for it is because they're not healthy. This team is not healthy. All their D-backs are hurt. So, yeah, they got to go for 2. Because if you tie it, you might lose it anyway. So I guess that was his mindset. So now, and he's good with these onside kicks too. This is game time right here, though, if they don't get it. This is game time. Because it's 42 seconds left and they only have 1 timeout left. Oh, that's game. That's game. Look, you win, hey, you got to go for it. I don't blame them. That was a hell of a game. Now it might be offsides on the kicking team though. So that game is over. This game is over. Just a couple of victory snaps and that's it. But I don't mind that play calling. I don't mind the play calling. I don't mind the play calling with a game like that to win the game from the 2-yard line. To win the game from the 2-yard line. I don't care. I like that play. I like it. Now, would I do it in the playoffs? No, I probably wouldn't do it in the playoffs. But I'd do it in a regular season game like this, though. But that was a good game. That was a good game. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I do apologize to everybody. I don't know what's going on with it, man. But we got some good games going on. That was a good game. Cincinnati and Denver is a good game that's going on. And Cincinnati might be able to win this division now. This NFC North is out of control, man. The NFC North is out of control.
I found this on the web.
You found it on the web? Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. I would be shocked if Cincinnati wins the NFC North. I promise you, I will be shocked. But they're a good team, though. But they have to win their division games, not just beating Pittsburgh. They have to win their divisional games, all right? They have to. They have to beat the Ravens. They have to beat the Browns. Like, they have to beat these teams. You got to beat them at least once. So we'll see. Cincinnati is a good team. And surprisingly, their defense is really good. Their defense is really good. All right? Like, their defense is really, really good. And their offense is really good. Burrows is throwing the ball. Mixon is running the ball like I don't know what. Like, they're a good team. They're a good team. Will they do anything in the playoffs? No, I doubt it. I doubt they do anything in the playoffs. But they're a good team. And I'm not saying that there'll be a hard out. I think somebody will take advantage of them. But yes, they have to beat the Ravens. You have to. I mean, this division is up for grabs. It's anybody's. I mean, look at Pittsburgh. They just won today. Were they supposed to beat the Titans? No. Look. If Cincinnati wins this game today, they're in first. If they win this game today, they are in first place. Then you got Cleveland at 7-6. You got Pittsburgh at 7-6-1 because of that tie. And man, did they shoot themselves in the foot when they played against the Lions? That tie really, really, I don't know if it's going to hurt them. I don't know if it's going to hurt them or help them. But you have to win these games, man. Bills and the Patriots. Bills said they're not going away yet. Bills got one more game to play against the Patriots. You think they learned from their mistake? We'll see. But it's going to be some good games down the stretch. But you have to win that game, man. You have to beat the Lions. And I'm talking about the Cardinals again. Like, you cannot lose to the Cardinals 30-12 and call yourself a playoff team. Like, you cannot do that. I don't care who's missing. Kyler Murray has to play better than that. He played terrible. That's not a good game from him today. So instead of being 11-3, they're 10-4 now. You're not going to be able to win games like that. You're not going to be able to get. Does anybody know how important that number one seed is? I just said if you have the number one seed, you get a bye. You rest your players. You come back. The next game you play is to see who goes to the NFC Championship game. That's how important it is. Oh, I hate when they waste these opportunities, man. I'll give it to the Cowboys, though. That defense is stepping up. That defense looks good. And you know what? Let me just say this now before I even get into it with the Cowboys. And I think it's disgusting that people even say it. Look, Michael Parsons is a great player. He's really, really good. Please don't compare this boy to Lawrence Taylor. Please don't compare him to Lawrence Taylor again. You make absolutely no sense. That's why I hate. It's like people don't appreciate what they have now. Michael Parsons did some great things on the field. They compare him to Lawrence Taylor. It's just like when they compare LeBron and to Michael Jordan. Like, let's just let them be great in their era, all right? Because Lawrence Taylor was a whole different beast. And I'm not just saying that because he was a Giants, all right? Because he played for the Giants, and I'm a Giants fan. Have you ever seen Lawrence Taylor play? Keon, I know you haven't seen Lawrence Taylor play. but you have the internet. You look up LT. LT, I mean, look, when they were the Washington Redskins, this is a true story. Does anybody know where the HB came from? The halfback. Does anybody know where that came from? That came from Joe Gibbs. All right? That HB was supposed to try to help with Lawrence Taylor blitzing the quarterback. You see, Lawrence Taylor changed the game so much on defense that other teams had to change their whole identity just to try and match up with Lawrence Taylor. That's what Lawrence Taylor is. That's why Lawrence Taylor is an all-time great. Stop comparing Michael Parsons to Lawrence Taylor. He's not there. Not saying that he won't get there ever, which I doubt. But I'm not going to say that he won't because anything can happen. But trust me, he is not there yet. So please stop with the LT comparisons or saying that he's going to be LT or he's better than LT. He is not. I just wanted to address that. Because if anybody's seen LT play before, he was just a monster. He was just on a whole different level. Yeah, he had some off the field issues. He did. But I'm not going to count that. Look, LT was an all-time great. GOAT of linebackers. I don't care who you are. Yeah, they have some great linebackers. He's the best linebacker ever. Ever. So please stop comparing Michael Parsons, that young man, to the great Lawrence Taylor, the great Hall of Fame linebacker, number 56, Lawrence Taylor. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Michael Parsons does a lot on the field. He really does. He can guard your wide receiver. He can guard your tight end. He can blitz. He goes into coverage. Like, he does it all. I love this young man. That man, he can ball. He can ball. And look, Dallas Cowboys, their offense is slumping, all right? They're in a little slump. They have to get out of that slump to get into this and to get that number one seed. So I don't think they'll get the number one seed. I really think that Tom Terrific will get that number one seed. Only because they have the weakest schedule, man. They have the weakest schedule. They're showing the highlights of the Ravens last week against Pittsburgh. They got to win these games. Lamar has to. I don't know if it was a bad throw by Lamar that week, not last week, but the week before when they played Pittsburgh. Oh, he's out cold. Oh, so many play. Oh, man. These quarterbacks got to stop running. I mean, stop jumping, man. They got to stop jumping. Oh, man, I feel bad for Teddy Bridgewater, man. God, I pray for him. I pray for that young man that played Thursday too, man. He was shaking. It was scary. It was scary, man. Football is a danger. It's a fun sport, but it's very dangerous. I thank God that I never was hurt or never had any serious injuries like that. But I pray for these boys, man. My son play. I pray for that boy every time he get on the field. But he's strong, man. So football is just one of those games. All right. But, yeah, I'm just watching the highlights. I mean, 21-6. I mean, they only scored 21 points. Now, the Giants' defense, they played much better. The Giants' defense really plays good. They need to add some more pieces. They have about, 3 or 4 they have a lot of draft picks. So we'll see what they do. Hopefully they get a new coach and everybody else. But yeah. But back to the number one seed. You got to take advantage of that. You have to take advantage of that. Arizona, they blew it. They blew their opportunity. I know that Arizona won't get a number 1 seed. All right. But that Tom Terrific, I can't wait till tonight. Can't wait till tonight. I want to see what Tom Terrific is going to do tonight. Yeah, Joe needs to be gone, but they're going to keep him. I believe they're going to keep him, man. So maybe 3rd year's the charm. Who knows? But he has to get better. He looks like he's out of his element. Like, I don't know what Joe Judge is doing. I don't know what Joe Judge is doing. I'm going to get back to Tom Terrific. But this is where the Giants got me on this game. 4th and 1. 4th and 1 at our own 20-yard line. And you do a quarterback sneak with Glennon. Look, you know what? I don't even want to talk about that. But anyway, I'm going to go through these scores. Dolphins beat the Jets. Dolphins are back in it. The Dolphins are back in this thing. Now, I know they're in 3rd place. They're 7-7 now. They're 7-7. Yeah, they're 7-7. So they're still in this thing. They're still in it. They still can get a wild card. All right. My team in the AFC is the Kansas City Chiefs. Matter of fact, they are the number 1 team in the AFC. They know how important it is to get that number 1 seed. They're on a 7-game win streak. They know how important it is to get that number 1 seed. The Patriots know how important it is to get that number 1 seed because they have that coach, that genius, Bill Belichick. They know how important it is to get that number 1 seed. Who's going to get this number 1 seed in the in the NFC? Right now, Green Bay has the number 1 seed. Tampa's right behind them. They're only a game behind. Cowboys are 10-4. They're only a game behind. You see how it goes? Oh, I can't wait. And I love how the NFL did it. I love how the NFL changed because now we have all the division games, the divisional games are the last games of the season. And I love that, all right? Don't sleep on this Washington team, though. I'm not going to sleep on the Washington team. Now, I don't know if Heineke is going to play on Tuesday or not, but don't sleep on them. Their defense is coming along. Their offense is – with Heineke, they can't win some games because he uses his legs. So they can sneak in. Washington can sneak in. Minnesota can sneak in. The Eagles can sneak in. If the Saints win tonight, they can sneak in. I love this new format. I love that you got 7 games because even if you're a bad team, well, not Giants bad or Seattle bad or Bears bad or Detroit Lions bad, but if you're a bad team like the Falcons or the Saints or the Eagles or Minnesota or Washington, you have a chance to make the playoffs because 7 teams get in the playoffs. That's awesome. I think everybody's going to play harder on that. So I love that. I love that. But we're going to see. It's exciting. I'm not going to lie. It's exciting. So we are definitely going to see. And these matchups that's going to be in the playoffs, because in the playoffs, it's not like basketball. It's not like the NBA. You're one and done. You're going to be one and done. You lose one game. You come out here, you have a bad game, you're out. You're done. All right? So it's going to be an exciting playoffs, man. So I'm excited about that. Now, I know I talked about Jake Paul and we talked about football. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to say one more thing about these daggone Giants and Knicks, man. The Giants, the New York Giants, and the New York Knicks have made me a full-time hockey fan now. I am like a full-time hockey fan. I don't even know the rules. That they made me a full-time Rangers fan, New York Rangers fan, all right? Now, when I say full-time, this is because I used to be a part-time fan. I just used to watch it in the playoffs, and I would go for them. But now, I'm looking at the stats. I'm looking to see if they won. I'm watching their games, and I am a full-time Rangers fan because after football, what am I going to watch? My Knicks stink. I don't know what happened to them. We need a trade. I mean, the Boston Celtics, they only had 7 people suit up, and we still lost by 7. It's frustrating being a Knicks fan. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand how frustrating it is. I wish somebody could feel my pain. My Knicks have been bad for so long. Then last year we get a little piece. It's like, oh, wow. We were number 4 in the playoffs. We were the number 4 seed. My Knicks. I was like, wow. I know we're not going to win the championship, but man, the future looks bright. So now this year came in, I'm all in. I'm like, yes, we are back. Let's just play ball. They were doing great in the first 5 games, 6 games, except when they kept losing to Orlando. But now they're just losing to everybody now. The only team that they can beat is who they beat? They beat Houston. So yes, I'm a full-time Rangers fan. So whatever. I'm gonna give y'all my top 5. I don't even know why I brought the Knicks up. They just hurt my heart, man. Give you my top 5 NBA teams. All right. And I cannot wait. LeBron and the Lakers. All right. I know we had our jokes and we were saying how bad they are. They are not a bad team. They're not good to their potential. They're too old because a lot of these young teams are just running them. So they're going to make some changes. Some changes are going to come. Because, LeBron ain't playing that one and done out the playoff in the first round match. LeBron ain't playing that, man. Let me give y'all my top 5. But first, I'm going to give you an honorable mention because they're not in my top 5 this week. But I'm going to give you an honorable mention, all right? The Brooklyn Nets. KD had one of the, hey, what's up, Mom? What's going on? Kevin Durant had one of the best games the other night. I mean, he had to do it all by himself because, everybody else is in the protocol, the COVID protocol, you know what I'm saying? And another thing. I'm over here talking about part-time watching the hockey. Does anybody know who's coming back to play part-time for the Nets? Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew himself. He can't play in New York, but he'll play the away games. All right? Like he can't play against the Knicks. But he'll play the away games. So hopefully we'll see Kyrie on Christmas Day. Oh, Christmas. My Knicks play on Christmas. Brooklyn and the Lakers play on Christmas. Like, we're going to have some fun on Christmas. Football, basketball. I'm going to go cross-eyed. I don't know what to do on Christmas. I don't know what games to watch. I don't know if I'm going to watch football. I don't know if I'm going to watch basketball. I'm going to have to watch both. And go to the movie and watch Spider-Man. I don't know what I'm going to have to do. But I'm excited. And then I really don't talk about college basketball until January. All right? Because I'm so excited about college basketball. Because it's really going to be good. And you know how much I dislike Duke. But Duke, man, I don't know. This is Coach K's last year. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But KD was so great in that game. And I want to give him a shout out. You know, everybody be talking about, oh, his legs was ashy and all this mess and blah, blah, blah and this. Look, they doing too much, man. Stop talking about that man's appearance. Look at that man's basketball skills. All right? Can't be no grown man talking about his ashy ankles and all this stuff. Like, I don't even play that. That's crazy. KD can ball. They had to give him some rest because he got an ankle. His ankle hurt right now. So they got to give him some rest for Saturday. I know he got to play on Christmas. Please rest him up against Orlando and all them other. Like, I can't wait to see them play. Like, rest him up. But that game against Atlanta, man, he had the will, like, we are not losing this game. Like, we're not losing this game. And everybody wants to know who the best player in the NBA is. Look, I'm going to say it's KD right now, man. It's Kevin Durant. Just imagine when Kevin Durant get that help that he needs. But I'll give them an honorable mention because they're not in my top 5. They're number 6. All right? But I got number 5. I got the Utah Jazz. Do you know the Utah Jazz had 27 3-pointers against the Celtics on Friday? That's the 4th most in NBA history. It's the 4th most in NBA history. They're playing some good ball, man. They're 16-7. You got Joker. Not Joker. I'm sorry. You got what's the boy's name? Oh my God, I can't remember the boy's name. Oh, Donovan Mitchell. Like, if Donovan Mitchell can play like how he's been playing in the playoffs, they're gonna be scary. Like, they're gonna be scary, man. They're gonna be scary, man. So I don't know. We're gonna see. And I remember about 5-6 years ago, I was like, oh my goodness, the NBA, man, the playoffs is boring. Like, we already know who's going. Like, it's boring, man. Hey, NBA is back, man. NBA is definitely back. So yeah, so that's my number 5. That's my number 5 team. Number 4. I got the Chicago Bulls. 16-8. They beat Charlotte. They beat New York last week. They're playing some good ball, man. They need to. This week they had Denver, Cleveland, and Miami. They're playing some good ball. DeRozan is coming off. He was averaging 28.4 this week. Give it up for the Bulls, man. Give it up for the Bulls. Yeah, their defensive rating is 105. They're giving up 105, but, I mean, they're scoring 110. So, they're beating some good teams. Number 3 on my list, the Milwaukee Bucks, the champs. Everybody counted them boys out. Did you see Giannis with that game-winning reverse in Charlotte on Wednesday? It was pretty. Everybody giving up on the champs. Everybody's sleeping on the champs. Don't sleep on Giannis and them boys, man. In the East. I can't wait till I hope that the playoffs they play Brooklyn or the Bulls. That's some good TV right there. Number 2, this is a toss-up. Because I know that on one end you got Golden State. And on the other hand, you got Phoenix Suns. And they both have the same record at the time when I made this list. But for my number 2, it's going to be Phoenix Suns. I got the Phoenix Suns at number 2. Look, DeAndre Ayton, man, he's going to be a hard cover. His defense against any of those teams in the West is going to cause some teams some trouble, man. Like just like he caused Golden State some trouble the first time. Like they're gonna be a hard match, man. They're gonna be a hard out too. But my number 1 team is Golden State. Cause that's daggone Steph Curry, man. He's playing like 6 years ago, Steph Curry. I'm sorry. I forgot. He's not Steph Curry anymore. I forgot. He is the all-time three-point king, Steph Curry. Man, that man can shoot. I thought Ray Allen had a pretty shot, man. But this kid, Steph Curry, man. Like, I saw one shot that he did. He just caught it in midair, just caught it and shot it at the same time. Bottoms, all net. Like, he is awesome, man. And this whole squad, and Clay is coming back in January. Man, if they could get 80% Clay, they're going to be hard to beat. They're going to be hard to beat, man. And just think, the Knicks were just one draft pick away. Just one draft pick away from getting Steph Curry. Just one. But I'm not even going to go into all that because that'll get me in a little depression, man. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through that. All right? But look, everybody, look. That is my show for tonight. I really appreciate everybody coming in. Like I said before, I have this green screen, right? I have a green screen. I'm still trying to set it up, but it's coming soon. But this show, I have so much stuff that's in the works. This show, I cannot wait. I cannot wait because there's going to be a lot of changes in here, and it's going to be cool. And I'm just starting it. And this is number 30. This is episode 30 of SPOMOTICS. SPOMOTICS, that's sports, movies, and politics. Yo, this is episode 30. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes it's like, man, nobody's watching. But I'm having fun. And I hope you guys are coming in and having fun too and chatting with me. I love it. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of guests coming in on the show. I know in February, the CIAA tournament, I'm going to have my school's CIAA championship team, and they're excited. I talked to them a lot. We did have a passing on one of the players who I was just talking to about coming on the show, and he was so supportive of having that. And that's Bernard Hurd, man. And I remember when I first met Bernard, and I was like, wow, like this dude can jump. Now, I was a freshman in college. I was 17 years old in college, my freshman year. And my roommate was one of the star players for the basketball team, Big E, right? Eric Harris, and all the basketball team all used to come in my room. And I got so close with all of them. I was like their little brother. And, with Bernard, was always a good dude. He always would say the right things. We would always tease each other. You know what I'm saying? He'd always take my oodles and noodles. I remember that. I used to have a stack of oodles and noodles that my mom used to buy a box of them. And they're like, yeah, y'all can take them, whatever. I remember Bernard can jump out the gym, though. Bernard was he could shoot. I remember this one dunk he did, man. It was from almost the free throw. And I remember that, and that was all because of Bernard and that electrifying dunk that he had. And he had so many dunks, man, and he was a good dude. So my prayers and condolences go out to the Hurd family. And I can't wait to bring the team on in February so we can all talk and reminisce and talk about, hopefully they don't talk about everything. All right. But we're going to talk about some basketball stuff because they are crazy. All right. We were crazy. But I love them. So they're going to come on and I'm going to talk to them. We're going to have all of them on here. And really look forward to that. All right. So we got some things coming on in the works. So just be patient with me. And I appreciate everybody coming on. I really do enjoy y'all. Everybody coming in and watching me, man. Because this is my first time doing this. And I know I can talk. I know I can talk nonstop about some sports. And I know I'm going to talk about politics too, but that's coming. All right? That's coming. All right? So, everybody, I love y'all. I appreciate it. Hey, look, COVID is coming back. We need to start being safer. All right? That's including myself. We need to start wearing that mask again. We need to, we just need to start wearing the mask and just being safe, man. All right? Be safe out there. I love y'all. I will see y'all on Thursday night. Thursday night is going to be the Christmas edition, all right? We're going to have the Christmas edition of SPOMOTICS, all right? I'm going to give y'all my top 5 Christmas games of all times in the NBA, all right? So I can't wait to see y'all Thursday night. Also, SPOMOTICS Kid of the Week is coming back. I have this kid, and he's so quick. He's fast. Baseball. He's fast. All right? We're going to talk about him. We're going to spotlight him. We're going to celebrate him on Thursday. So come on out, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? All right, cool. That's SPOMOTICS. I love y'all. Everybody have a good night. Oh, and don't forget, Danielle, DoTheRightBling.com, everybody. DoTheRightBling.com. We got men's stuff on here too. All right? We got some cool men's stuff. We got rings. We got bracelets. Is it bracelets? No, men don't wear bracelets. It's not a bracelet. I don't know what it's called. Do men wear bracelets? I'm not going to call it a bracelet because that don't sound right. It's something that you put on your arm, though. It's cool. All right? Also, we have for the ladies, you have the necklaces, $5 necklaces that come with matching earrings. They match the necklaces, y'all. And it's lead and nickel free. All right? Just check it out. Check the website out. Go buy some stuff, man. Let's go. Get some Christmas stuff. Let's go. All right? All right, cool. Love y'all. I will see y'all later. That's for SPOMOTICS. See you Thursday. Peace. Oh, did I end the screen? Did I end the stream? I said screen. I almost forgot. Vanessa Gibson owes me some food. All right? Don't think I forgot about that. And I want some Chinese food. All right? She owes me some food because she made a bet on Thursday night that baby Mahomes, baby GOAT, was going to lose to the Chargers. So if y'all see Vanessa, y'all let her know she owed me some Chinese food, and I ain't forget. All right? All right, I'm out of here. Love y'all. I'm out this time. Peace.